All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise unto Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Rukak Kadash. Give double honors to the apostle elders, which are apostle elders at Great Millstone, to you hope for the elect on the four corners of the planet Earth, that's in this truth with sincerity, honesty, and faith, and pushing towards the mark of salvation. We're getting close to that time. This is just a quick video, as you can see, the title, Psalm 69 and 22, coming to pass, man. Okay? Because everything that's going on with the situation with the mark of the beast, I just wanted to, touch on it and show, man, this scripture's coming to pass. One second. All right, lock it. But yeah, let's jump right into it. And the situation that's going on, I'm using the brother Defender for the Truth. I'm just using his backdrop to show because he's covered the the spectrum of guys that are going against this, going against the true understanding of revelation, man. The mark of the beast. They're going against the understanding of it because the Most High has blinded them to their eyes to it, man. Okay, that's what's going on right now. That's why you got Jakes that can so-called see different things in the scripture, but when it comes to the nitty gritty and the things that matter the most, they're blind to it. Because if you take this mark and you stumble at this mark, there's consequences that come with that. And you have to pay for consequences of teaching that and going against it and having other people so-called co-sign to your belief, all right, over pride and not wanting to um, give reverence to the Most High, giving it to the men that He set up, man. Okay, that's the main thing. It's pride and having that so-called ego. Ego is a hell of a thing, man. If you can get over your ego, you can get over a lot of things. All right, especially dealing with this truth. You out there on the highways and byways. You're not out there to be a cool guy. You're not out there to be some kind of superstar. You're out there to be a living sacrifice. Okay, sacrifices aren't glorified, man. You know, we have a sacrifice that was glorified in Yahweh Shai. Okay, but the sacrifice in the world today, when it says what the filth of this world, the Oscar, you're being made to be low. You're being put low. Okay, that's the main thing. So I got a couple other videos that I just typed in the mark of the beast, not the chip. You got of course ISUPK, and then you got HOI, which the brother covers that on this picture right here, and definitely go check this video out. It's very informative. Oh man, Esau done unsubscribed the brother, man. But definitely check it out and look into the video. He goes in and touches base the right way, man. These guys are not pushing the truth the way it should be pushed. Okay, so let's go into these scriptures and prove the title of the video. This is the book of Psalms 69 and verse 22. This is Psalm 69 and verse 22. And it says, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. And that's what was David prayed this prayer. And now that's showing you that it's coming to pass in these days. It's always been coming to pass, but now it's coming to pass on a severe subject, which is that mark of the beast. Because if you do not get this tightened up by the time it gets here, you're not going to be able to beat it in that time. You're not going to be able to maintain your integrity in that time because you didn't believe it was the mark anyway. So when the time when you hungry and food looks good and buying and selling and being a so-called part of the society, you're going to think in your mind, well, it's not the mark anyway. And you're going to think in your mind that to believe that, and you possibly could take the mark. All right. But it says, let their table. What is a table? It's something that you eat on. Okay. It's something that you eat off of. And what is this table? Is these scriptures and the full understanding, wisdom, and knowledge that's been given through Yahweh Shem Yahshai. That's the table, man. And it says, Kanan, Shalachan. If I'm pronouncing that right, let me let Esau get it in.
Strong's H 7979. Shalchan.
Shalachan. It says table of kings, private use, sacred use. Let's look at the etymon of it. Shalak. Put away, divorce. But the main point is the table is these scriptures, man. It says their table, let their table become a snare. What's a snare? Pakak. Pachak. And it says bird trap, snare, bird trap of calamities. So let their table become calamities. Because if you go after this mark of the beast and you don't have an understanding of it in the time when it comes to pass, it's going to be a calamity unto you, man. Source of agent of calamity, plate. So it's going to become a snare. So we've seen it come to pass now. These guys that's looking out here, this is supposed to be for their well-being, because the Lord is warning us of things to come before it comes to pass, so we can prepare ourselves. So this is the welfare. When we tell people, look, the mark of the beast is the microchip, because the elites know what it is, and the elites are going to push it. But the Most High has given, because there's nothing that is hidden secret that shall not come to light. So it's coming to light now, and the Most High is revealing it. It also says that their tongues shall fall upon themselves. So through their tongues falling upon themselves and then revealing it to certain men like Aaron Russo, having different councils, okay, dealing with this subject, that what they want to chip the people. It's evident. That's why they're pushing it the way they are with 3 Square Market. If we weren't informed about it and it came to pass, we wouldn't know how to deal with it, man. We would just think it's another wicked thing that Esau's doing, and we lump it in there with all the other wicked things. But through understanding and through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we know that this is the mark of the beast itself. We know that this is Esau's way. This is Esau's last hurrah thing that he's going to do on the planet Earth. That's going to force the Lord's hand to take him out and to put up the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be ruled by Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is the last straw. This is the straw that's going to break the camel's back, man. Okay, that's why we've been informed about this. When we see this come to pass, then we can prepare ourselves and know that the time is short. So these guys are not preparing themselves. Okay, they just want to yeah, you an Israelite. That's cool. That's good. You know these things. You pushing that Israel is the chosen of the Most High. But you also have to push the whole. That's why I said, is Ezekiel eat this whole roll, then go speak to the house of Israel. So you got to eat this whole thing and have a full understanding to be able to push the Most High's word, man. You can't have it piecemeal. It's got to be the whole thing. That's why it says eat the whole roll, bitter and sweet. And it says lean not upon your own understanding. So this is not about what you believe in yourself. It's if somebody can prove it to you and break it down with the scriptures and have the proof of it, your own understanding, then that's what you go with, man. You don't go with your own beliefs and say, oh, well, I don't believe it's this, or we was taught this way. Do your research. If you were taught that way, do some research and see if it's so. You don't ever stop learning, man. There's a saying, you learn something every day. So there's always time and always things and always opportunity for you to learn, man. Never limit yourself to saying that, oh, this is it. You learn in this truth, you learn in the guidelines of the scriptures. You always use the scriptures as a measuring stick, all right, to everything else. It says, let their tables become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare. Let's look up that word. Welfare is peace. All right. Shalom. Shalom. Peace. Should have been for your peace. Let it become a trap. All right. And that's what you're going to see come to pass. Because if they don't come out of that madness, they're going to fall, man. 23, let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. And that loins is going into what? They're gonna be spooked, man. They're not sure. They're skittish. All right. That's why the Most High told prophet, gird up their loins as a man. You know, buck up. That's pretty much what it's saying. And then you have it now with the Most High saying, look, by his prophet David, let their eyes be darkened. And it's not talking about them blind. They're spiritually blind to this. They've been darkened to the fact of the mark of the beast being that chip. And says, let that they see not. So they didn't understand it. So we're watching this come to pass before our very eyes. We're watching these guys that are supposedly Israelites. They know precepts, breakdowns, this, that, and the third, but their eyes are darkened to the chip. We can see it. We can understand it. That's why we're able to push videos after videos after videos about the mark of the beast, man. We're able to do that. But now you see all these other camps that are halfway camps, they don't got it. They don't understand it. They can't see it. That's why they don't make a video about it, breaking it down, because they don't have the full understanding of it and able to tie it into news stories and being able to show the people that, look, the mark is coming. All right. It says, let their eyes be darkened and that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Pour out thy indignation upon them, and let thy wrath, anger take hold of them. So the Most High is putting a wrath on them and not showing them mercy by giving them the understanding of the mark of the beast, man. Okay. So let me get a couple more precepts. I just wanted to bring that point out to show. I mean, I was looking through the situation, and they've been darkened, man. If you can't see the mark of the beast is the chip with all the information, all the news stories. First you can't buy and sell with it. Now you can buy and sell with it. You got all this cryptocurrency. You got 3 Square Market. You got Sweden's. I think it's over there in Sweden where they got thousands of people microchipped. They got the brain chip with Elon Musk. All these videos after videos after videos, more proof that it is, man. Romans 11:10. It says, let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always. And that's what you're seeing now. The Most High has darkened their eyes so they don't see this mark of the beast. That's why they're trying to say, oh, we're crazy, we're this, we're that. We're pushing falsehood. But the proof is right there. The proof is in the pudding. John 12:40. He hath blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them. See? It's more than being an Israelite, man. There's different the people that killed and did kill the prophets were Israelites. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets. So Jakes back then, Israelites back then, knew they were Jakes, knew they were Israel, had the Torah, and they still was committing wickedness. They still couldn't see the Most High's agenda. They couldn't understand it. So they went against it because he sent the prophets to go to them and warn them. And what did they do? They killed the prophets. These things said Ezra when he saw his glory and spake of him. All right. So he's converted and he's blinded these people to the fact of this heavy prophecy that's getting ready to come to pass. And it's gonna magnify itself. I see that now. It's been magnifying itself, but it's gonna really, really intensify in a little bit, because all they're waiting on is an attack, man. All they're waiting on is some kind of calamity where they can bring in this new agenda. That's all they're waiting on. Just like 9/11 happened, and they were able to bring legislation in, Patriots Act, all these kinds of things. It took place after that attack, man. Isaiah 6:9, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Mark the hearts of this people, make the heart of this people fat in their minds. Okay, them pride with pride, man. That's why you see he put a crown of pride on his head, man. All right, make their minds fat. It says, make their eyes and hear us slack, and make their heart of this people fat, and make their eyes heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. All right. So that's what the time we in. I just wanted to bring this quick point out, just to show that, look, the Most High has blinded these guys, man. He's blinded them to the facts of the mark of the beast being that chip. Point out, just to show that, look, all right. So Avaratazar, this was edifying. And to the next time, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom, and everything that's been given to us in these last days. Keep watching, keep faith. We're close, man. Shalom.